It's 10 p.m. Time for the Good Life Show with Jon Robert Quinn. Tonight, Quinn welcomes Shaun Alston and Weber Chiropractic. Tonight's show is brought to you by Pest Control Center. Welcome to the show.
Good evening, Sacramento. How are you doing? I am your host, Jon Robert Quinn, and tonight we've got Shaun Alston and Jim from Weber Chiropractic. How you gentlemen doing?
Doing well, sir.
Doing good.
You ready?
Absolutely.
It's super cool, isn't it? So, who is Shaun Alston? I mean, I hear you're like the best, but are you actually the best realtor in Sacramento?
Well, according to HomeLight, they rated the top 40 realtors and they put me as number one, and out of 6,000 agents.
Holy smokes! They put you as number one.
Yeah, Shaun Alston, Eagle Realty.
Wow. So that's why you have the fancy assistant and the whole bit. That's
well, yeah, and to help the customers too.
So who are you behind the scenes? What's your thing? Everybody has their thing, right?
I am actually a builder that turned realtor, and in the midst of all that, got an interior design certification. So I'm kind of like three experts. So I felt like each one complemented the other. Started off kind of just for myself, and then helped this friend, that friend, and they referred me out, and then kind of ballooned into what it is now.
How long have you been in this business?
A long time. I think it's last count was like 29 years.
You don't even look like you're that old.
Yeah.
Explain that one to me. I mean, seriously, I thought you were like in your 30s or something. You can't be in the business 29 years.
I don't know. It's like your show. It's the good life. It's
good genes.
No, that's awesome. So you're ranked in the top 40 out of 5,000 or out of 6,000 in the region.
Yes.
What are you doing different that maybe some of these other guys are falling short?
Well, when people hire a realtor, they get a realtor, and then if there's something that needs to be done to the house to improve its look, then they will hire an interior designer. And if it's in sort of construction aspects that needs to be painted or cleaned up or repaired, then they have to hire a builder. And so with me, people get all of that for the price of just a standard realtor. And so I think that's been kind of my little, draw, is that three experts in one. So, and it really does work. I mean, it makes a huge difference when I go in on a project and someone calls me out and says, say it's a rental property and they're getting ready to sell it. And so it has deferred maintenance. They need carpet, they need paint, they need tile, they need granite, staging, whatever. Our firm does all of that, and it's all done for the standard fee. So it just kind of knocks out all the competition.
That's awesome, to say the least. No, that's absolutely awesome. But here's what I was picturing when you're talking about that. I can see him showing up. And are you a Mercedes guy, BMW guy?
Range Rover.
Range Rover. So he pulls up in the Range Rover, and he's dressed down to the gills like he is right now. And he goes into a home. Somebody wants to sell their home. And he looks at the house, and he goes, yeah, we're going to need to get a little bit of, we're going to need to fix this, fix that. Okay, he goes into the bathroom, boop, like Superman, comes back out. He's in overalls with a hammer, goes up there, fixes a couple of things. He's like, that looks good, but before we sell it, we're going to need to take some beautiful photos. We're going to need to stage this thing. Goes back in the bathroom, boom, comes back out. He's all dressed to the gills in a completely different outfit. Stages everything, goes back in the bathroom, boom, comes back out wearing the original outfit, and now he's ready to sell the house. Is that how this thing works?
It kind of does. But I do all of it, including the construction dress to the gills. But I don't get dirty. But yeah, but I was just fixing a fence yesterday. I mean, we had hired a contractor. We had an appraiser come out and look at the house, and they said the work wasn't done right. I'm like, what is going on? So my assistant and I would jump in the car, we go out there, and there we are, hammering on a fence, trying to get it fixed. No, it was another one. His name is John Clark.
That's absolutely phenomenal. So you started this company, Eagle Realty, how long ago?
The Eagle Realty was 29 years ago. So, yeah.
Almost as long as I've been alive. That makes me feel great.
Yeah. But it's been a work of love, and it's evolved. We've been in the before HomeLight, they started in 2013 naming number one realtors when the business picked up, and there actually was something to actually survey, and they could go off of public record, and because we had tremendous sales. Before that, they have had Masters Club. So that was done by Sacramento Association of Realtors. And I'm a life continuing member. I mean, I have been from almost the day I applied to be a member, in the top 1%. So it's just been one of those things. But again, it's just the business plan. It's irrefutable, undeniably most successful plan anyone can have.
I'm going to kind of throw you off here real quick and go completely off script, but something comes to mind.
Okay.
Where are some of these realtors? I'm not going to say a lot of them, but there's some where I'll call at 3 p.m. and they're taking a nap. Mm-hmm. Only I'm allowed to take a nap at 3 p.m.
Are you from Hawaii or what?
But, hey, the good life, brother.
Yeah.
I don't have to chase clients down. No, but the point is where are some of these realtors going wrong, do you think?
Well,
and this is an education for the people that are listening. There's a lot of different type of people listening to the show, strictly for the fact that we're talking about real things, talking about real life and ways for them to improve their life, improve their business. Where are they going wrong?
Well, I mentor realtors as well, and I'm a licensed broker, so they will work for me. But where they're really going wrong, because everybody can't get credentialed necessarily like me. No one wants to go that additional step for education. So just answer your phone. Honestly, that's my best suggestion. You can't be successful and nap during the middle of the day. I mean, you can be successful and nap in the middle of the day, but you're not gonna be. I want to reword that. You can't be at the top of the list of real estate if you're not going to be there for your customers. So
absolutely.
I try my best to answer my phone, and if I can, I have assistants that do respond. And so just getting back to the consumer, getting them the information they need, being there, available, present.
And of course, knowledgeable.
Absolutely. You got to know. You got to have you got to know what's going on. You got to be educated.
So when does your day start and end?
I am truly one of those guys. Then there's 40 of us, as according to HomeLight, that we are 24/7. I get calls from European clients. If I have a Chinese syndicate that's currently buying in the Sacramento market, their time, they're 9 hours or whatever different than we are, and so they're more than that. But so you just kind of have to just talk to anybody whenever they're available. So I work all the time, and I love it. I absolutely love it. It's something I love.
It's funny that you say that, because when I did parts for Ferrari, you don't know that. I'll never talk to you about that. But I used to have a Ferrari brokerage, and we used to do parts, and people would call me from all over the world. And my girlfriend, they always hated it. They were just like, "Oh my God, the phone's ringing at 2:00 in the morning. Like, are you serious?" And I go, "Go to sleep, sweetheart. We need $6,000. Go to sleep."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know. There's a guy named Russell Putnam and Tim Holman.
Yes,
do you know them?
Oh,
yeah,
of course.
Yeah. So
absolutely.
they're my buddies, and so and literally we will be out in a limo, wine tasting or whatever we're doing, or just be at the lake with the boat, and they will take calls, and they've been like huge. That's how you guys have to do your business.
That's how you have to do
your
it.
clients are in the UK. Your clients are in Russia. It's just don't know.
That's crazy because, like I said, in the office here, my wife always got mad at me because clients would call like 9:00 at night going, "Hey, can I come in the next day?" And she's like, "Turn your phone off." I'm like,
you got it.
So no, it's cool though.
No, that's the way it goes.
Sometimes you do have to turn the phone off, but I try to be there and present and available. So that's my biggest advice to these realtors is if you want the business, you've got to.
You got to be there, or they're going to go on to the next list.
Exactly.
That's just the way it is.
That's cool.
We're going to go to a commercial break real quick. Come right back with Shaun Alston in just a moment. As I drive down the road,
If Paul Revere was in the pest control business, his famous ride might have sounded something like this.
The termites are coming, the termites are coming, the termites are coming.
There's a pest for every season, so get ready because the termites are coming. I'm Steve Scoville, the president of Pest Control Center. For a termite, a home that goes unchecked is like ringing the dinner bell. The damage that termites cause to properties every year is in the millions of dollars. Our state licensed inspectors have the experience you'll need to make sure that your home and property are free from termites and the damage they cause.
Save your home, your property, and some money too. $75 off a complete termite inspection and $75 off any other Pest Control Center service. Log on at pestcontrolcenter.com. That's pestcontrolcenter.com. or give them a call at 344-4400. 344-4400. Get rid of those termites today. Call 344-4400.
Pest Control Center, we treat your home like our own.
I'm Jon Robert Quinn, a musician, entrepreneur, and radio personality. Over the last 20 years as an entrepreneur, I've learned a lot. And when I launched The Good Life Show, my focus was to bring people together, build people up for better business, and of course, to make fun of each and every guest I bring on the show. Between now and August 28th, I need your vote to become Sacramento's #1 radio program. Visit thegoodliferadioshow.com to cast your vote and tune in weeknights at 10 p.m. As I drive down the road, as I drive down the road.
Welcome back to the Good Life Show with Jon Robert Quinn, sponsored by Pest Control Center.
Welcome back to the Good Life Show. I am your host, Jon Robert Quinn, and we are sitting with Shaun Alston and Jim from Weber Chiropractic. And before we get back into that, we're going to dig into our cupcakes. You guys ready? You ready to hear me munch on the air, munch some cupcakes? It's so funny. The other night, I'm sitting there listening to the show, and all I hear for like 20 seconds is... All right, let me get into this thing. So every week, Cupcake Craving, located at 2100 Arden Way, sends me here with these cupcakes. Every week, I eat the red velvet with the... I'm just going to say it. I don't know what the frosting is. And they are absolutely phenomenal.
Amazing.
Dude.
Amazing.
And I didn't pay him to say that.
It looked delicious.
No, they're really good.
Unreal. And he said he already had a cupcake this morning, so he didn't want to eat one. But hey.
I already got my dopamine fixed with the chocolate.
Oh, my gosh.
It's good. Chocolate chips, everything.
Absolutely phenomenal.
You're going to be building a couple fences today.
Cupcake Craving, 2100 Arden Way. Give them a call, 916-923-5995, or at cupcakecraving.com. And also, get a free cupcake on your birthday. All you got to do is show up on your birthday, present your ID, and pick up cupcake. And yes, you can order cupcakes with my face on them. Just ask for Quinn's face from The Good Life Show. They will literally make you a cupcake with my face. It is absolutely hilarious. Apart from that, let's get back into Shaun Alston. And let me take a swig of my water. And unbelievable. So, I want to ask you, it's kind of a funny question, but you put it on the sheet, and I sat there and I thought about it, and I was like, it's kind of a weird question, but then I went, it's a really important question. Who do you prefer to help more, sellers or buyers, and why?
The reason I put that question on there is because a lot of realtors kind of associate themselves to either, either buyers or sellers. And so I've always been one of those realtors. To me, you can't do one without the other. I don't specialize in either. I do both equally well.
Because you're doing it for the people. You're not doing it to do it.
Yeah, buyers turn into sellers. I mean, so it's unavoidable. So I actively pursue both.
What do you prefer?
What do I prefer?
Now I'm putting you on the spot. I did it on purpose.
That's a really good question. You know, I see pros with both. I don't even have a con. I'm gonna take the fifth, but I really can I do that on this show?
Absolutely.
Yeah, your show. Honestly, I really like them both the same. It's like, Sophie's Choice. That's what it is.
What home improvements can greatly affect the valuation of the home? I've heard things like the kitchen, bathroom, things like that.
Right.
But
So
I want to hear the pros. What do you think?
Okay. Well, then, what I try to tell people is, like, if you're going to drop in a pool, just know that the appraiser is going to probably give you $5,000 to $10,000 value on it, even though you spent $75 to $110. Yeah. It's just so do it for yourself. If you're really doing something to your house where you want to get the biggest bang for the buck, I wrote an article for Realtor.com, cost versus value, and in that we identify specific areas. Kitchen, like you just said, is number one. So you have to go to the areas of the house of the highest square footage in construction. So it's going to be your kitchen and your baths. So the least, it's where I have people say, I'm going to add a third car garage. Well, yeah, that does help, but it's a cheap, really inexpensive square footage to add to a house. and it doesn't add anything to value. So like when you're buying your house and it's 1,200 square feet, they're not including the square footage of the garage. So you want to focus on things inside the house if you can, and for your high square footage areas.
Now, in terms of that, do you recommend putting like really high-end appliances or just good appliances?
Yeah, you kind of want to go commensurate with the value of the property. One of the things that also happens to you, and this is because I have my certification as a lender, we deal a lot with appraisal. So when an appraiser comes out to a property, they're not going to be saying you have a Wolf stove as opposed to a Kenmore stove. So you want to just go with improvements that would be appropriate. The thing that you don't want to be is that person that's over improved. So if you can, reach out to a real estate professional and ask them, because they know where kind of the limit is.
Just call Shaun.
Yeah, call me. For sure.
Hello, why are we here?
Call me.
What's your number?
916-698-4646.
Yeah, just go ahead and open up your phone book. Just point to the first one column.
Exactly. Yeah, but so if you really don't know. But a lot of times the salesperson in the store is not the person to ask, because they're going to try to sell you the highest priced item.
Of course,
there.
they're on a commission.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, so I'll walk in and we'll see all these fancy, appliances imported from Italy or whatever, and the house is $200,000. I'm like, you're over improved.
Your phone number again one more time.
916-698-4646.
And then your website?
It's eaglerealty.org.
Perfect. Now, what makes your company better, and why? I think the most important question is, why are you in the top 1%?
Well, there are a lot of reasons. We're a privately held boutique firm. We are not part of the larger firms. I don't need to name them. And I have a staff that can offer incredible services. And the reason why I've never associated with one of the larger companies is I wanted to be able to offer a concierge company. So when a person calls me for the same fee you're paying all the other realtors, you get concierge services. So when you need to have a contractor come out, we don't just say, find somebody or give you a list of names. We actually call the contractor. We make the appointment. We meet them at the property. So it's great for investors or just first-time home buyers or people who feel uncomfortable working with contractors. And the rest goes along with everything else. So arrangements for the home warranty, just every aspect of the process, but mostly sellers really seem to like the service because we have to get the house ready for them. So we're very proactive in getting home inspections and pest inspections, and we make all those arrangements. We don't just tell the seller or the buyer to do it on their own. We do it for them.
Now, is it true that you handle all of their documents, do all of their filing and everything wearing white gloves?
No, that's not true.
I mean, you say concierge, that's kind of what I'm thinking here.
Yeah, but we're trying to elevate to the standard that's really popular in larger metropolitan areas. And Sacramento is getting to be, a pretty big town. And
it's awesome, isn't it?
Yeah, we got to step up our game. So people here appreciate quality service and savings, and so if they can get all of that for the same price, why not?
What advice can you give somebody who's thinking about buying or selling?
Oh, I'd say do it now. I really would absolutely say if you're gonna buy now. And we're in the 7th year of recovery. All the banks have paid back the bailouts. Auto industry's paid back the bailouts. We are really in a wonderful time for the economy and for real estate.
And the rates are great.
Yeah, the rates are incredible. It's just, it doesn't get better than this. It really doesn't. And so to wait is taking a risk. You don't want to be that person that waited too long. You missed the boat or you missed the train. So I say if you're going to go while the getting is good, and it's good.
Can you foresee when that's going to start spiking back up? Do you have any idea?
Well, there are a lot of variables. The global economy is, it does affect us. And so things that happen like a Brexit or in the UK or whatever.
Presidential election?
The election.
Trump's coming.
Exactly. All of that plays a part. So that's why I think, to wait and see what happens. You don't want to be in the wrong house when that happens. You want to be in the house. If you're going to have this financial hiatus that people are predicting in the 10th year, you want to be in the house you want now. And plus, you get the way that the law is written, you get to have the money after every 2 years, if you've been in the house 2 out of 5 years, you get the money that you've made, 60, 70,000 each, a year or whatever you're making on your house, you get that tax free. So at the second year, you should be selling and trading up. And so anybody that's there that bought, within that time period, I'd say go for it, while the getting's good.
Capital gains.
What are some other advice you can give maybe to people that are thinking about getting in the business?
Getting in the business, I think it's an incredible business. There's more than enough for everybody. It has been said, I read recently, that the top 40 agents out of 6,000 agents do 80% of the business. So it's
of course, that's just the way it goes.
That's the way it goes. So it's kind of hard to get into that arena. But if you're tenacious and you have a desire to help people and you're sincere and honest, you can do nothing but rise to the top.
I guess I'm getting out of the radio business.
No, I want to do the radio business. This is fun.
This is a blast. Absolutely
this
love
is a good life. It truly is. I mean, I would love to do something like this.
Work an hour a week and make a living?
No, I'll come here. I'll come here next week too.
God, it must be horrible.
Yeah.
Oh, super cool, man. Super cool. What's next? What's next for Eagle Realty?
Well, we're just trying to. There's pressure. I was watching the Olympics and I was seeing Michael Phelps. This is like his last year, and he's like, in that last race he did where he got the gold medal. You kind of feel like that. The pressure for him must be tremendous because I feel like once you're like named number one, you gotta stay there. Yeah. So it makes you work harder and deliver.
Better quality. You're always adding more value
and upping your game. Adding features and doing more things and redoing, retooling, and just staying ahead of the game. And so that's what's next for me. It's really just making it all better.
We got 2 weeks left of A-List. We are number one. We're beaten out. There's 50 entries on the KCR A-List. And those entries are like 107.9 The End, Capital Public Radio. I mean, all of them. KNCI. We're number one. Our little show is number one. And
I am not surprised.
The crazy thing about it is we've got almost 4 times more votes than number 2, which is Capital Public Radio. That's insane.
Well, that doesn't surprise me because I went on another show recently and I said I was number one, and they said, we've never heard of Eagle Realty. And I told them, actually, if you look at the top 40 list, most people have never even heard of those agents. We're so busy working hard, we don't have time to put up signs saying that we are the number one in our area. We are, I do all of Northern California. Fortunately, I've been able to, my clients, I'll have a Bay Area client, has to sell a Bay Area house, so I belong to the Bay Area Associations, East Bay, San Francisco.
You remind me of a Bay Area realtor.
and then I got people that want to do a vacation home in Tahoe, so we're doing Tahoe. I've got people up in Redding, I have people down in as far as San Diego, so all the way down to the border. So, I will venture off to Southern California, but my mainstay is up here. But it does, kind of keep me busy. So, I'm just going to try to just keep doing what I'm doing and try to, make it the best I can.
How do people get in contact with you, Shaun?
They can call me on my cell phone.
Okay.
And that's 916-698-4646
or
916-698-4646. They can also reach me directly through our website. It's a really cool website. We just redid it. It has a lot of information. And I respond to that. And if I'm not going to personally respond to you, we have someone in the office that will.
Correct. And it's eaglerealty.org, correct?
eaglerealty.org.
Perfect. Give these guys a call. They're number one. Comstocks rated you number one in the whole region in terms of being is a realtor. Number one. Number one.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
That's it.
That's pretty cool.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right, check them out. We're going to go to a commercial break. Come right back with Weber Chiropractic in just a moment.
As I drive down the road.
If Paul Revere was in the pest control business, his famous ride might have sounded something like this.
The termites are coming, the termites are coming, the termites are coming.
There's a pest for every season, so get ready because the termites are coming. I'm Steve Scoville, the president of Pest Control Center. For a termite, a home that goes unchecked is like ringing the dinner bell. The damage that termites cause to properties every year is in the millions of dollars. Our state licensed inspectors have the experience you'll need to make sure that your home and property are free from termites and the damage they cause.
Save your home, your property, and some money too. $75 off a complete termite inspection and $75 off any other pest control center service. Log on at pestcontrolcenter.com. That's pestcontrolcenter.com. Or give them a call at 344-4400. 344-4400. Get rid of those termites today. Call 344-4400.
Pest Control Center, we treat your home like our own.
I'm Jon Robert Quinn, host of The Good Life Show here on 105.5, and I want to welcome you as a guest on the show. Every weeknight at 10 p.m. we showcase a different local business, helping them reach a larger audience, helping them grow their business. After we record your show, we put it into standard rotation, airing that episode every 3 to 4 weeks indefinitely. Tune in weeknights to 105.5 at 10 p.m. for The Good Life with Jon Robert Quinn, and join us online at thegoodliferadioshow.com. See you soon.
And as I drive down the road, oh my God. As I drive down the road, oh my God.
Welcome back to The Good Life Show with Jon Robert Quinn, sponsored by Pest Control Center.
Welcome back to The Good Life Show. I am your host, Jon Robert Quinn, and I did write the music for the show. You can purchase Jon Robert Quinn music at JONRobertQuinn.net, or, of course, iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and just about anywhere music is sold. Let's get back into this thing. Who is Jim Weber, and who is Weber Chiropractic?
It's a great question. I don't know.
No, I got some good good referral for you. I don't remember exactly who it was. I think you're in a LaTib or a BNI group.
Yes.
And somebody referred me, and I said, okay, I'll look into them. I'll check them out. And I looked into you guys. I was super impressed with what I saw. Gave you a call. Had a great conversation. And I said, yeah, this guy's got a great personality. I think it'd be a lot of fun. So.
Yeah. So, I grew up in a little small town outside Missouri, about 45 minutes southwest St. Louis. A farmer. My dad's a farmer and everything. So I did construction as well. So it was actually kind of cool that you're talking about that.
Awesome.
But I got really interested in martial arts. But one of the things that they always talked about is to be a healer, to be a warrior, and a spiritual guy, whatever else. But the healing aspect always just came easy to me. I was always interested to watch and see how people doing sports and everything growing up. It was like people always got hurt. Well, try this. Yeah, it does feel better. And it's like, kind of got a knack for this. Okay. There's no other chiropractors in my family. Never been to a chiropractor before I even got into chiropractic school. I took it on a whim. After the first trimester, I'm like, this is where I need to be. And just from them, I've just went crazy since then. I graduated with probably 268 extra credit hours and stuff, postgraduate hours on top of my curriculum stuff. I got certifications in craniopathy, pediatrics, 100-hour acupuncture course, and dabbled in a bunch of other stuff. But what really what separates a lot of chiropractic from what we do is we do more gastrointestinal functional medicine type aspects.
What is that? Explain it to me.
We really assess the body as a whole. It's one of those things that so many chiropractors want to do. Oh, yeah, well, that's a chiropractic issue. Well, this is a nutritional issue. No, it's not. The body's one thing. So many times people come in with headaches. They go, oh, we have headaches on both sides, right above the ears. Well, that's a pancreas issue. So we look at blood sugar. Okay. When's the last time you got labs? Oh, yeah, I'm borderline insulin resistant. My doctors are kind of just evaluating, and we're just kind of watching it. That whole thing of, oh, well, it's it's a little high, but we'll wait 6 months and see it again. Why not do anything about it now? So that's a lot of what we do. We spend anywhere between a half hour to an hour with the patient. We spend a lot more than most chiropractic stuff do. So in our office,
that allows you to get to know your clients, which is going to keep them.
A lot of my professors way back when, they always said, and I always disagree with them at the time, but they always said 80% of taking care of somebody is listening to them, and through the history and stuff. And I'm always like, no, it's getting your hands on them, fixing them. No, like you said, they'll tell you everything you want to know.
Yeah.
And after that, it's easy. Once you know what's going on, then like construction, once you know what's wrong, it's easy to fix it.
Yeah.
So
that's sales too. They'll always tell you how to sell them. You just have to talk to them.
Yeah.
That's it.
So is this like a holistic medicine? I mean, is that the area you're in?
Absolutely. Yeah. It's try not to do anything medical, but I'm not against it by any means. I'd love to get in touch with any DOs, MDs, or anything else who would like to work with a chiropractor. It's been tough to do it, but no, I do everything alternative, and a lot of it's just looking at stuff. I've worked on patients all the way from plantar fasciitis to like I had one guy who he was going through was it the pain clinic, the Mayo Clinic and stuff. He's like, oh, I got 6 weeks before I have to do another cortisol injection, this and that. 3 visits, he's like, I got out of bed, didn't have to take any meds for the last week. Awesome. It's not every case, by any means.
Well,
but
no, of course
but
not.
You work
but you're
with
helping people again.
Correct.
That's what this whole thing is about. What are some other things that you do, maybe some practices that you do that separate you from the competition?
So one of the things that we really specialize is called a technique called sacral occipital technique, or SOT for short. And what that pretty much encompasses is all the way from the feet all the way to the head. Most chiropractors, they stop at C1, or the atlas, the one right below our chin. We do all the way to the cranium, because the cranium is, again, it's part of the body. So that's where a lot of tension actually gets held. So I've had so many patients who said, yeah, my last chiropractor was awesome, he adjusts my neck great. Rarely do I ever touch the neck too much, just because you work with cranium, you release that tension in the upper neck. And like you said, with sitting at a desk or a wheelchair and everything else, anyone else, nowadays we're constantly looking down at our phone, so we're constantly engaged in that upper.
Correct. Our heads are looking down. We're sitting like this. We're looking at our computer screen.
And everyone has those tension headaches that go right up the back of their neck into their head.
Where their eyes hurt.
Yeah.
Yep.
So.
What are some aspects of chiropractic, or I don't even know really what the terminology is, but what are some aspects in your business that you don't agree with that maybe some of these other companies are doing?
I'll open up Pandora's box here, but
no, that's what it comes down to, and the audience is going to hear you, and they're going to say, you know what? Yeah, I absolutely wholeheartedly agree.
The nerve on nerve, or the pinched nerve aspect. So many people do. To me, it's all about blood supply. It's, as I was thinking about on the way here, it's like we talk about a rubber band.
Okay.
If you take a rubber band around your fingers, you'll make them go numb.
Okay.
It's no different than what you were talking about with your hand earlier today.
Okay.
If you cut off the blood supply, you also cut off the nerve supply. Your blood supply carries your nutrients, your hormones, your immune system, everything else that supplies supplies your tissues to grow in vitality and stuff. The reason kids grow so rapidly is they've got a small body with great heart supply, great blood supply. So a lot of what we do in our office is not so much quote unquote adjusting, like hammering down the high spots, but literally getting the blood supply to the areas that need be.
Well, so we're adjusting, we're loosening things that are tense and tight, allowing that blood to flow, which then heals itself.
Correct. And a lot of it's very low force. You don't need a lot of force, because when the body's ready to go, it goes. It's like doing a buyer and stuff. When they're ready to go, you don't really need to say too many words to them. They just go. So the body is no different, and the art of chiropractic is to be able to evaluate that, to listen to that, and to go with it.
What are some common problems that people come in asking about? The audience is sitting there listening, going, okay, why would I want to use Weber Chiropractic over my current chiropractor? What are some things that you see very common?
Very common that a lot of chiropractors overlook is so many people want to, like, back problems. Everyone talks about neck and back.
Go buy a new bed. We're fixed.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it'll be fixed for about 6 to 8 months. Well, the problem is it's your actual pelvis. Your structure is your bones, and your structure is held together by ligaments. Well, those ligaments, whenever they stretch and everything else, the muscles have to engage those ligaments that have failed. So, again, structure is bones. Ligaments hold the bones together. When you sprain your ankle and everything else, that ligament is stretched. So, therefore, you have muscle spasm. You have a muscle tension. Your knee swells up or whatever you sprained. Chiropractic goes and, well, we got to mobilize that. We got to open it up. We got to put movement into it. No, if anything, it's trying to lock it down. So what we try to do is very low force, get it back into the groove, if you will, and allow those joints to actually move properly. And when the joints move properly on their own, there's better drainage, there's better arterial flow, there's better nerve conduction, everything else that's there. So it's kind of contraindicated. What chiropractic has been brought up to be is, we mobilize joints, but in fact, you actually want to minimize it. There's a lot of research talks about it where your spine is more mobile with the less movement in your hips versus the more movement in your hips, the more tight the spine is.
Interesting.
That's really interesting.
Gosh.
I would have never thought.
Yeah. So in our office, like I said, we actually use blocks to immobilize the pelvis.
Cinder blocks?
Close. No, they're little wedge blocks. They're little foam blocks and everything else that you wedge underneath the pelvis and stuff. And the patient will lay there for anywhere between 1 to 2, sometimes 3 minutes if they're really bad.
My last chiropractor just kept dropping cinder blocks on me, and I couldn't figure out why everything hurt all that.
That was an elbow, actually.
Gosh, I've never been to a chiropractor. I'm totally intrigued. I think this is amazing.
I know. I'm like, I want to check it out.
Yeah, I hate taking pills. I mean, so this is a great alternative.
Absolutely.
I refuse. I absolutely refuse.
So do I. I will not.
I had surgery. I had like 5, 6 surgeries in last November. And if you go back and watch those old shows, I was sitting in this chair with stitches and holes and the whole thing in between surgeries, not on painkillers, and just was like, Red Bull.
Oh, you must have been a treat to work with.
I absolutely hate medication, pills, drugs, any of it.
I'm going to call Jim. I mean, this is amazing. I mean,
that's what it's about.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Well, it's crazy how many people, they're willing to take the meds and stuff, but then they get on that point, like you guys were saying, I don't want to take these anymore. And I'll even tell patients, I'm like, dude, you just had surgery. Take the meds. That's fine.
I was taking the ibuprofen. I'm like, I know that's not going to hurt me.
Yeah, that's safe. Yeah, but yeah, because so many
but
of
like painkillers for back pain, you know, it makes you loopy. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Well, then it's like you said, it's hard to work.
Yeah.
So, but
or drive or anything.
Yeah, but like Flexerol and stuff like that, they're muscle relaxers. Well, and that's what I was saying before is if the ligaments are not holding their job, doing their job, the muscles are going to spasm. Well, you're taking the Flexerol to release the muscle spasm, you're creating more of a problem. It's like putting a door up in the frame and the hinges are loose. Well, we're just going to nail it shut. What does that do? Nothing. Now you can't get the door open.
So we got people that are watching the video footage right here. They're sitting at their computer right now, watching this video with their shoulders hunched over, and they do that because it's comfortable for them. But they get that pain right below their neck, right between their shoulder blades. First of all, what's that called? I'm sure you have a fancy term for that.
In the edge of the medicine world is cervical thoracic junction. It's right where your C7 and T1 is.
Yeah, so where the C17 is. C17. You said C17. Is that what you said?
C7 T1.
C17.
God, he's so smart. He is so smart.
I'm thinking C7. That's the new Corvette, isn't it?
I thought it was the new Lear.
You sound so smart through chiropractic and stuff, but after you get back, you have to literally learn how to speak English again because you're sitting there going, "Oh
I'm a layperson."
The cervical thoracic collar with the cervical." It's like, oh, sorry, the collarbone. Sorry, not.
Oh, that's the collarbone. There was no way.
Okay, so you say what it is, but what can people do to number one, prevent it, and then at the same time, what can they do if they've already got that pain? How can they fix that?
Well,
of course, they're going to see you.
I was going to say, depend on the level of severity, of course. Like I said, obviously, I don't want the complete answer just to be seeing me. Obviously, good posture is going to be one thing, be able to sit there. Well, the average head weight is
not going to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me sit up.
Especially on a radio show, right?
I was going to say how much the average head weighs. See, I don't even know what this is. This is going to be cool.
I was totally slouching.
Ready? How much is the average head weigh?
The average head weight is about 8 pounds.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
God, they're... Yeah.
So I always tell patients, I'm like, okay, think of a bowling ball. It's like, if you're holding it out here, that's a lot of strain.
Yeah.
If you hold it out in front of you, that's a big strain. But if you actually put your forearm underneath you and hold the ball, now it's super light. If a 1-year-old can hold a bowling ball if you actually give them the proper structure.
Okay.
Well, as you talked about, hunched over, lean back, whatever else. Well, your head, it's going to do that. Well, again, your base, which is your pelvis, your sacrum, tailbone, whatever, what have you. As that torques back and forth, your muscles, both on your tummy and your back, will kind of tilt it. So I always exaggerate big. It's like a telephone pole. You have those guide wires, right? Well, if that pole leans to the left, you're going to have more tension on the right side versus the left. So you have more muscle spasm in your back. Well, you have more laxity or, everyone's always saying, I want firm abs. Well, that's because you're leaned over all the time. You never,
is that why I'm fat?
You never stand up.
Oh, that's why I'm fat. I need to lean back. I won't be fat anymore.
I can do that too.
There's a few other combinations that you need to know. But
we're going to go to a commercial break real quick. We're going to come right back here with Jim from Weber Chiropractic in just a moment.
As I drive down the road.
If Paul Revere was in the pest control business, his famous ride might have sounded something Like this.
The termites are coming! The termites are coming! The termites are coming!
There's a pest for every season, so get ready because the termites are coming. I'm Steve Scoville, the president of Pest Control Center. For a termite, a home that goes unchecked is like ringing the dinner bell. The damage that termites cause to properties every year is in the millions of dollars. Our state licensed inspectors have the experience you'll need to make sure that your home and property are free from termites and the damage they cause.
Save your home, your property, and some money too. $75 off a complete termite inspection and $75 off any other pest control center service. Log on at pestcontrolcenter.com. That's pestcontrolcenter.com. Or give them a call at 344-4400. 344-4400. Get rid of those termites today. Call 344-4400.
Pest Control Center, we treat your home like our own.
I'm Jon Robert Quinn, a musician, entrepreneur, and radio personality. Over the last 20 years as an entrepreneur, I've learned a lot. And when I launched The Good Life Show, my focus was to bring people together, build people up for better business, and of course, to make fun of each and every guest I bring on the show. Between now and August 28th, I need your vote to become Sacramento's #1 radio program. Visit thegoodliferadioshow.com to cast your vote and tune in weeknights at 10 p.m.
And as I drive down the road, as I drive down the road.
Welcome back to the Good Life Show with Jon Robert Quinn, sponsored by Pest Control Center.
Welcome back to the Good Life Show. I'm your host, Jon Robert Quinn, and tonight we've got Shaun, Alston, and Jim from Weber Chiropractic, and we were just talking about, did you know the human head weighs 8 pounds? What if you're smart? Does it weigh more if you're smart?
Opinions vary.
Here's the funny thing here. I'm totally gonna make a Russian joke right here. So Russian. Yeah, hey, I'm married to a Russian. It's good. It's good.
Okay.
A Russian got a big head. Does it weigh more than American head? Does a big Russian head weigh more than?
They call that a waterhead, didn't they?
Oh, no.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
People just hung up.
Censors. All right, so you were talking about babies, and I'm going to kind of get back into this. Do kids and babies also need adjustments, or what? How can you help a child as well?
Most time, babies and kids need more adjusting than adults do.
Really?
Yeah, because, well, okay.
I mean, I do know that they fall off of everything, and they just seem to just get right back up and keep going, don't they?
I'm going to go a couple years before that. I mean, think about going through the birth canal. I mean, that is a freaking tube, and a baby's head is actually cartilage. That's why, you can't really touch the top of a baby's head or anything, because their cranium's not fully formed yet. So, like our technique does, we do a lot of cranial work. So, as far as the spinal aspect, because a lot of spinal issues usually come when they actually get gravity. So when they walk and talk and fall and everything else, that usually becomes that more of an issue. But a lot of times with babies, your colicky babies and stuff, ear infections, it's funny. We always have to tell parents this when we look at the child and stuff. It's like, oh, you have a temporal issue or you have a frontal issue, and they go, how can you tell? And I usually show them like, okay, look at your child's eyes. Are they the same width? Are they the same height? Look at how they smile. Look at their nose. Is it pointed, ideally from between your eyebrows to your nose to your chin? It should
if their nose is pointed that way, we have an issue.
If you can look at them, you see one ear like looking like, was it buckwheat over there?
Exactly.
I mean, it legitimately it messes with the ear canals and the drainage aspects, so it actually impedes their health. So
no kidding.
Yeah, and especially for a baby's ear, their ear canal actually.
Baby, what is it? What are you calling a baby?
How
old?
Days old.
Days old. Wow.
Yeah.
Days old. They're already seeing a chiropractor.
The youngest child I've worked on was 24 hours.
I didn't even know that was available.
I didn't even know that was. I gotta take. I can totally see like this little 3-year-old.
Here, take my baby.
No, he's like 4 years old. He's like 4 years old. He's in preschool, right? I can totally see this, and he's like, he kind of reminds me of like Richie. Richie's all in a suit, And he's like, I'm sorry, 2 o'clock's not gonna work for lunch. I gotta go see my chiropractor. That's awesome. That's awesome.
One of my good friends, Jen Donchenko, who does the Sweet Dreams Foundation, I was telling you about. Mm-hmm. She called me and said, "Hey, I just had my baby yesterday. Can you come in and work on us?" And so I actually went to the hospital, and I was able to work
Wow,
with them
that's
there.
Baby's already
amazing.
seeing a chiropractor.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's good, though.
and
That's really
she's
good.
crazy.
That's
And
good.
he
So,
sleeps great. Never had any type of ear issues. Nothing.
seems like the safest care for a child would be chiropractor.
Yeah. And my
Chiropractor.
wife is phenomenal. She was actually named one of the top 40 chiropractors in Sacramento, Paulina Sahara.
Oh, really? She does
yeah.
it too?
Yeah. So my wife. That's the best part about it. Also, I forgot to mention as far as
Yeah,
what we do.
mention that.
For anybody who,
His wife? He has a wife that does chiropractic?
for anybody who comes in, they're like, "Oh, well, do you? I prefer a female doctor. Perfect. There's my wife. I prefer a male doctor. There's my husband." So we always work great in that. But she wants a pediatric practice. So I'm one of those. I'm like, I don't mind working on babies, but I like to be able to talk to them. So like 5 and up is what I like. I usually like.
So where does it hurt? And they're all,
Yeah, exactly. She can tune out the crying stuff. I'm just like, we're not doing something right. But no, we're always doing something. She's just like, no, that's just how they do it. It makes it
his
easier
back
for the
needs
adjustment.
adjusted. How can you tell? He just puked all
Now
over.
that is a selling point. Husband, wife.
Yeah.
Gosh, that
It's
is amazing.
phenomenal.
Dude, it's incredible what we get on this show. I don't know how it works. It
And
just
I
does.
can't believe he got this far without even mentioning it.
There's a lot of things to mention.
I know. It's a little short segment.
That's crazy. All right. Well, I want to talk about me for a minute.
It's always me,
Talk
me,
about
me.
me. He wanted me to take my shirt off. Take my
What?
Take
What?
my jacket
yeah.
off.
All right, where's
Watch
the
out,
drum
ladies,
beat?
watch
There we
out.
go. Woo! Look at those guns. Look at those
yeah.
guns.
No, but I wanted to talk to you about my hands. You know, I played music professionally for a long time. I've 21 years, something like that, a guitar player. So,
Jeez.
yeah, exactly. With
How old are you, by the way?
34 this year.
2/3 of your life's been behind a guitar. Holy
Behind
cow.
a guitar, and the rest of it's been with a computer. Online, been running businesses online for 20 years. I got 20 years experience. How much time do we have, Steve? All right, so I'm going to make this quick. What's wrong with my hands, for one, and what can I do to fix my hands, for two?
Okay, so basically,
I can't even touch my pinky anymore.
yeah, so he's trying to do his pinky and his thumb. He's trying to put it together. And what it actually is, it's a radius ulna type issue. So going back to what we were talking about with the ligaments and stuff, you actually have ligament issues in your ulnar there. So I
It's
try
not carpal tunnel. I mean, I can see we got this here.
No, pinky and thumb. Hold that together. Try it hard as best you can. See, I can't do that?
Yeah.
So touch this, pinky and thumb.
Do what?
Just hold it there. So, by using...
What just happened? Is that?
You want to do
Was
that
that
again?
medicine?
See this again? Okay, watch,
Let me
watch,
see
watch,
that. It's
watch,
amazing. That's
Alright, so you can't hold those together. right?
what in the world?
As I just touched that, just to see that the ligaments are there, as he holds that, he can hold that. So
That-
that tells me that he's got an ulna issue. So if
I gotta call him. That is amazing. You fixed him that quick?
No. So if I pull this
It's not
down-
permanent.
Yeah, if I hold it down, see, he doesn't like that. But if I push this up, so it tells me that this ulna is stuck in this position while jammed downward. So,
Well, how do you fix
you're
it?
always doing your mouse and stuff like
Yeah.
that, so you're always spinning
Oh.
that out. So your issue is, again, it's elongated this way, which decreases the blood supply to this side of the hand, which keeps you from...
So how do I
closing that
fix
in.
it? We got
Yeah.
like 1 minute.
Chiropractic.
All right, well, we're going to do it.
Oh, I
That's
like
it.
it. Hey, look, that was amazing.
What?
That was amazing. That was amazing.
I swear to God,
He
on a
has
stack of
healing
Bibles-
hands. He
You
has
guys know
healing
how
hands.
spiritual I am. I swear on a stack of
That
Bibles,
was,
none of that was
a
scripted.
moment. I mean, I felt like that was amazing. I'm speechless.
I have nothing to say. All right, you guys have said it. You've seen it. This is what we do on the show. Does your business need an extra boost? Come on The Good Life. $3.99 one-time cost, and we're going to take this thing and put it out in front of millions, literally millions of people. You're going to be on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Play, Apple Music, Rhapsody, Amazon, of course, 105.5. We are the #1 show in Sacramento. And how? Honestly, I have no idea. It's got to be the guests. But come on the show.
Yay.
Go to thegoodliferadioshow.com. Sean, what's your number one more time, bud?
916-698-4646.
And Weber.
916-616-1595.
That's it, guys. You guys have a wonderful evening. We will see you all tomorrow night.